Right, that looks good. Just waiting for that to get set up there. Loading our global light grid activation. All right, so yeah, Nicola coming in from Soul Alignment Sanctuary today to bring another iteration of the global light grid activation, just to really feel that the notion came through me to not just do this once a month, just whenever people feel aligned and want to jump on, that we're just bringing this through more regularly, just with what feels aligned with the state of affairs. And so I'm very excited to be here with Elle. My good friend and someone who I have been in some online programs with before. And so Elle works at the intersection of the nervous system attunement, somatic embodiment, dream work, energy healing, and this consciousness expansion. And so that's what we're really wanting to drop into as well, just feeling that we're expanding into our humanity and we're like dropping into like our humanness of being here on the planet. So I'm so excited for you to be here today, Elle. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Nicola. That was lovely. I appreciate that. And I truly appreciate what you are hosting here and holding because I do absolutely believe that this is what's needed and it's also what we're meant to do here. It's our purpose. So bringing that elevation, elevating our consciousness in a way that expands not only our body but our minds.
Mm,
And I've really been working recently with working with the body. And I know this is probably where, or it's everywhere you'll see it, like nervous system regulation.
mm.
And it's popular for a reason because we've been so disconnected from our body. We've learned to shut down signals. We've learned to ignore what our body needs and what it requires. And we've also learned to really hold on
Mm.
to things. So whether it's trauma, like emotional or physical trauma,
Mm,
the body stores it and it remembers it, and it
mm,
can't process through.
mm,
And through active work and the work I do in somatics,
mm,
it helps to calm the nervous system and so that the body can do what it's actually meant to do naturally, which
mm.
is be in balance.
Yes.
Yeah, be in
Yep.
balance, and that's where we can innately heal. And but it all stems back to what we're feeding ourselves and what we're nourishing it with, and
Mm.
that includes everything.
Yeah.
Everything around us, not only, yeah, like our
Yeah.
food, the content we see, and
Mm.
what we're putting into our minds as well, and not just physically into our body, but having ensuring that we can have proper food, proper nourishment, and clean water.
Mm.
And obviously fresh breath. Breath is
Yeah.
also
Exactly. I love
really
that.
important.
Yes, exactly. I've been on
So,
that journey as well, like bringing, so much expansion came through. We were in this online program together, and it was very much just like expanding into consciousness and
yeah,
magic and all the chakras and all the meditations, but it felt like it was so like out of body. And so
yeah,
now, like, I just feel like I've, that's in place and that's important as well. But now
hmm
I'm just like, I need to look after my physical body. Like
yeah,
I'm not unwell. I'm very blessed with good health, but I can still do more. I can still
yeah,
do more to be even more embodied so that we can then speak our truth and follow our passions and be coherent. And it came through in a download last night about not be like healing, is such a thing out there that we're going to keep healing. It's like actually, I'm coherent. Like if
yeah,
have a coherent thought process, if I can articulate myself through my body and feel, then, then I'm present and grounded. So yeah. So I just want to anchor in the five pillars of the global light
yes,
grid activation, and then I'll hand over to you, and then you
sure.
can take it away for the rest of the
Sounds good.
call. So, those 5 pillars that we're really bringing through, and any guest on the call can pick up on one of these and flow with them or not. It's just there to hold the space. So, heart coherence at the center of everything that we're doing here. This focused illumination and bridging the gap, whatever those mean as well, anchoring new earth energies and shattering and dissolving current global paradigms. And so, yeah, this is like the all-encompassing energy, and then just whatever comes through from the amazing people that I'm connecting with on these calls is what is needed at that moment and for the people who receive it. So I am going to hand over to you, Elle, now. I'm
Thank
going
you.
to mute myself and minimize my screen, and it's all yours.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Nicola. I just also want to touch on that aspect of healing because that has actually been something that I've been struggling with. What is healing? What is being a healer? Because in energy work, we actually don't do any healing. We're just holding space so that the body can actually come back into that coherence and into a balanced state. And even through Reiki, I'm not doing anything. I'm just channeling the energy. And this is where I was struggling, and I was thinking about the term healer because we're not broken. We're just very, very, very dysregulated. We've come into these bodies, and it becomes a shock because, and the way our world is, and especially right now, it's chaotic, it's loud, it's noisy, and it's in our face 100% of the time. And like I was saying, with choosing and consuming what we take into our bodies, we want to ensure that we're not constantly feeding because there is a physiological aspect that's happening. When you feed that fear and that anger, that activates the amygdala in the brain, which is the older reptilian part of the brain, but it produces cortisol and adrenaline, which activates our fight or flight system and shuts down the parasympathetic nervous system. And we can't react, we can't think, because what then happens, because now we're spiked with these adrenaline and cortisol that's running through our body, our brain cannot physically function at that moment in time. Pathways are shut down, minimized for minutes so that we can't think, we just react. And this is why it's so crucial to stop and think. Stop and take a moment, really pay attention what's happening in your body, and addressing what's going on in our body, because when we hold it, when we don't address it, that's like I had alluded to at the beginning, we store. We store that information in the body and it holds us down. And it gets stuck. It's just stuck energy. And we can move that stuck energy if we actually work on it. And there have been numerous accounts that show that stuck energy actually causes the imbalance in the body, which therefore leads to what we know as disease and ailments. So this is not a way to blame, but this is actually a way to bring our power back. And it's interesting because I actually had an encounter with Mary Magdalene today. And if we know the story of Mary Magdalene in the Catholic Church, she is what the true story is, like she was Jesus's true love. But that was suppressed by the Catholic Church. And they actually decided to turn her into a prostitute because then that minimizes the power and the love that Jesus could have for another, and that other being a woman. So this is where we can take back control of our body. And again, nourishment. The breath is also extremely, extremely important because we've learned through time to shut down simple systems in our body, and the body just reacts. It just takes short, minimal breaths, and we cannot actually connect in with the systems that need to do what they do, that clears out the energy, that clears out the oxygen that comes into our body, clears out all the gunk and the debris and the toxins. So we need actual oxygen to come into our body so that we can regulate properly. And we do this by deep breathing. And I'm not talking breathwork, like breathwork has its place, but just a conscious deep breath, because oftentimes our diaphragm isn't active because we hold our muscles in our stomach to brace. We're in a constant, again, fight or flight. We're bracing, we're holding, we're waiting for something to happen to us. And our stomach muscles can't relax, and therefore our diaphragm can't expand. And so, Nicola, as you said before, like, these programs are great when they teach you in your intuition. You feel really good and up in your upper chakras, but we need to be grounded so that we can work through what we're processing. So I do believe there's evolution in stages, and this is, again, part of everything that's occurring, right? We work with the upper chakras so that we can actually start acquiring the information and building our intuition. But then we need to ground it into the body, because we're here on this earth to experience a body. So this is a perfect way to work with it. And we are all of a divine creation, and we are all of the same source. So remember that when we think of our body and how supportive our body can be, but we can live and choose to live a really well-meaning life in doing these things and helping bring that consciousness forward and into ourselves. And because, again, like, the body is so innate and so intelligent that it's got a consciousness of its own. Because if you stop to think all of the systems that are running within your body right now and you try and control them, remember to breathe, remember to digest, remember to move oxygen through your blood, right? Like, remember to send the signals out. So there is so much going on in the body if we just take a moment and breathe. And this is where this meditation that we will go into will help us. It will help us really feel safe and grounded in our body as much as we can. Because, again, I want to acknowledge the world is crazy. No, I'm going to take that back. The world is chaotic right now, and it's unbalanced. It's extremely unbalanced. This is what's happening when older structures are coming to a head. Light is being exposed to the darkness that is on Earth. There is density, there is dark, and it's being exposed. And we're here in these bodies now to work with it, to work with this energy. So we have a conscious choice. We have an opportunity to really elevate and move forward. But in order to do so, we need to come back into our body. We need to learn how to ground where we are. We need to feel safe in our body, because we don't feel safe. We've learned not to feel safe. And yes, there are many, many people out there that don't have an opportunity at all to feel safe. And I do want to acknowledge that we do have a privilege to sit here, watch a Zoom or a YouTube video, and take 20 minutes to feel safe in our body. So we have that ability to hold that space now for those that can't. And I don't want to minimize what people are going through, whether it's like atrocities where you're losing your home, or just you're stressing out because of a job. Whatever it is, whatever you're dealing with, nothing is minimal. You are dealing with it. And I just want to allude back to what Mary Magdalene said with our power, that when we feel safe and when we feel in our body, we can bring the love forward. And when we bring the love forward, that expands. And that love is what we're seeing, is what we see that holds the light, that allows the consciousness to move forward and helps reach others that do not have light. Because there is a divide right now. And if I can ask you to see somebody on the other side of that divide, whatever your differences might be, to acknowledge them still as a human being who is running and operating on a nervous system that's also dysregulated. I know that's really, really, really minimal. And I don't want to minimize any feelings for anybody or any boundaries that people might have, but just even to acknowledge and just be aware that they are somebody also operating, and they might be operating from a really fear-based place. And that's really hard, as I mentioned, to get out of because you have a physiological response happening at the same time. So you don't have to agree with everybody. Again, set boundaries because that's important. But even if you can acknowledge for a moment that somebody else is out there struggling, we might just end up coming on to a common ground one day. Not today, maybe, but and this is what the hope is, right? This is what true enlightenment, true earth coherence is being on the same level ground and loving as much as we can, because love is truly our power, and it is our power. It is our gift, and it is our superpower. So we will touch into that now. So if you can take a moment, if you feel able to do so, close your eyes. Or if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, you can gently just gaze down to the tip of your nose. And now we're going to feel, deeply, deeply feel into our breath. And just in doing so, before we do anything, just acknowledging the breath in the body, just watching it, just noticing it. Don't change it. Just notice what your breath is doing now. And once you give it a moment, now we're going to really deeply breathe in. And we're going to do this a couple of times because it's going to take a minute for your diaphragm to actually fully relax and breathing into it. But we're going to breathe in for a count of 4. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4, and then let go for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to breathe again deeply in for a count of 4, but expand your belly out as much as you can. Push it out and just notice it. So breathing in consciously through down to your belly. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, and release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time, breathing in and expanding your belly out as much as you can. 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can hold this pattern, or you can just let your breath go naturally. But feel into your belly. You can place your hands on the belly if you feel up to it, if you're able. We're just going to notice Is the belly tight? Is it tense? Is it holding anything? Is there anything your belly wants to mention? Your belly here does so much work. It provides your immune. It digests your food. It even is your intuition. Trusting your gut. Now, take a moment and just notice anything else in your body. The ground beneath you, the chair underneath, the bed, wherever you are. Notice what's holding you up, what is supporting you. Is there any sensation moving through your body that you would like to address right now? Feel through. Notice any sensations. And if anything comes up, anything, focus on that part of the body and breathe into it. Take a deep, deep, deep breath. Focus the breath and push the breath to that area in the body. It might sound weird, but you'd be amazed and you can do it. And then let it go. Breathe it out. So breathing in to any area, thanking that area for bringing it to your attention, and letting it go. Your body has held so much. It walks. It helps you talk. It tastes food. It enjoys life. It supports you when you're sad. It helps you laugh. It helps you feel joy, wonderment, bliss. You are divine. You are of God. You are by God. You are God. And we'll do another scan now to see if there's any other areas, anything that has caused you pain. And it might even come up as a memory, or you might need to all of a sudden feel you have to move an area of your body. Allow the body to speak to you now. Let it do what it's meant to do. Tears might come. You might notice release, relief, tension easing, pain leaving, sensations calming, thoughts quieting. And if there's any further sensations, once again, breathing into the area, deep, deep, nourishing breaths, oxygen, red blood cells coming into the area, providing the body's natural healing ability. This is what your body does. You are bringing balance to your body. And you can do this at any time, scanning and breathing. It's natural, it's simple, but you're acknowledging your body. You're allowing your body to speak. Take a moment and we're going to really feel love and gratitude for our body, for every cell, every tissue, every ligament, every muscle, every organ, all our systems, everything within the body. Feeling in deep, deep gratitude, love, compassion, and centering that love, compassion, and gratitude now into your heart center, calling it in, focusing in that area, breathing in into your heart, deep, deep, deep into your heart, filling and expanding. Let that love radiate out. Out from your heart, around your body, into your room, further out into your home, your street, your city, your town, out through your country, out to everyone that you know, everyone on this watching live and in the replay, everybody on earth, everything and being on earth. We are all connected. Expanding out now. And receiving that love back. Feel it flood back into your body, into your heart space. And let it cycle through a few breaths. You giving out and it coming back. As we circulate out this love, giving and receiving, we are calling our power back to ourselves. We are claiming our inner power, our inner strength, our inner human ability to be in this body right now, right here, at this time, in this moment, throughout all time and space. We are here present now. Call yourself back to yourself. Say your name out loud and call yourself back. Declare it call all energy back that is yours. You may notice an expansion sensation, some tingles, some warmth, goosebumps, again, tears. Feel into your body. Feel your full human presence right now. You are powerful. And even being here now, as we elevate and connect with one another, this will ripple out throughout the world. You are making a difference here and now. And you will make a difference every day moving forward. Breathing that in. Breathing out. Feeling into the giving and receiving of the earth grid that we have created, that we have connected to. Taking a moment now as we fully receive and give plentifully. We will call ourselves back to our powerful body. We will remain connected, but disconnected at the same time. You can tap into this energy source at any time just through conscious thought and conscious awareness, and just by declaring, I am tapping in to the earth grid energy source. But for now, we will call ourselves back to our body, placing around a protective bubble, a beautiful white and gold light. See it surround yourself now. This helps protect you from any unharmonious or disharmonious energies, anything that could potentially cause harm. This is to help you energetically so that you don't attract any entities or emotions. But this way, again, you can still connect into the earth grid light. And as you breathe, your protection breathes with you. It's a membrane, so anything can go out, but nothing can come in. So you can send out love. And if you're feeling unwell or upset or overwhelmed, or even if you have pain in the body, you can connect in with the earth grid, breathe through and breathe through out and release what is no longer serving you. So now we're going to come back as we're disconnected, we're protected, we're feeling back into our body. We're thanking our body for the connection that it made, the power we have activated. And if there's anything your body wants to tell you in these last few moments, I will give you space to receive now because you are open and you are aware. So just listen. And as your body finishes up, you can once again thank your body. Just see if there's any further room for softening at this time, any further letting go that can occur, any further feeling of safety and being home in our body. We'll take a nice deep breath in, push that diaphragm out all the way, dropping your shoulders, letting go. One more deep, deep, nourishing breath in. And you can start to stretch, move, thank your body. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, coming back. Breathing in and opening our eyes. Take a big, deep breath in, and if you have water or tea, definitely drink some. Please take care of yourself after that. That was pretty quite powerful, I think. It felt pretty good on my end. So please nourish with water. Please rehydrate. Our bodies are water. And one trick to do, whisper love into your water, because as you speak the love, it will nourish you and you will feel it. You will notice a difference. So whispering sweet things to your water is always a good trick. So thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Ah, yes, as I'm coming back from
Yeah.
that, just feeling that yeah, like at the end, like talking to your body and my feet, the soles of my feet were like
Hello.
sharp. Yeah, they were like chakras underneath, but they were like talking, like, hello.
Well, we do have chakras on our hands and our feet.
Ye-
So, and that connects us deep, deep, deep
Yes.
into the earth. So,
Yeah.
walking barefoot is always good when we ground, like earthing and connecting electronically to the earth is
Mm,
a good thing.
yeah. So good. So, so good, definitely. And yeah, like I saw them, the chakras like just like getting way bigger, like these
Oh,
portals just kind of like opened up. Like, and I don't know, kind of felt like how you see a worm, how they depict like a wormhole, how it is a
oh
shark
yeah.
and then it kind of like goes in. It kind of like saw that like going like right up, and I mean, kind of like know that and understand it, but like just getting that visual was like, yeah, like these are the portals or gateways in the bottom of
Hmm.
your feet. And we quite often ignore our feet, so much. We shove them into shoes that don't fit and wear really synthetic
And we put
socks.
rubber so
Yeah,
that we're not connected to the earth. Like we don't have that grounding ability. So yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, just like bringing that awareness through for more people to like connect in with their feet. I mean, you know, we walk on them, we
Hmm.
run, we move around all day,
They hold us up.
and we kind of just like take them for granted,
Yeah.
There was one summer, like not this summer, but last summer, I don't know where I was, but I became really obsessed with like watching how people walked. Like there was like a really like intense obsession. And it was like at a beach, so people were on bare feet and watching them and I was quite amazed, like the amount of people that walk with with their toes raised up. Like they don't
Hmm.
actually like their toes are not touching. And I'm like, I thought we were supposed to use our big toes for balance. Like, how are these people balanced if they're not using their toes? And
Yeah.
so that vision and that memory of like being obsessed with watching how people walk came in yesterday because I've got
Oh,
this stuff happening with my fascia and my feet
yeah.
and my
Yeah.
hands and stuff. And so I was like, I had that memory come in as I was sharing on another session that I was in last night. And yeah, just that, those 5 points of connection, those chakras as well that are in our toes, just like that connection to the earth. And that it just blew me away that there were so many people that are like, just like, it's even,
Wait.
almost even like they're curling their toes up away from the earth. And if it's like tight fascia that's doing that, or just like not being aware of our feet. And I remember after that, when I walked, I was like, oh, all of my toes are touching the ground every time I walked, or even the inside of my shoes, even though there's rubber there, it's like being consciously
Hmm.
aware of like putting all my toes down so that when I am on the earth and or I am on the grass, like I'm like, yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Like my whole foot as much as possible is connected to the earth.
Yeah. Well, and it it's absolutely true because like there we this goes back again to the body and how we're treating it, and tight fascia is a thing, like, and that comes with a disalignment to our ankles, then therefore our knees and our hips, our neck,
Yeah.
and it goes all the way up into the head.
Yeah.
And I'm through a lot of the somatic work I'm doing, I'm working to really realign my body because I've same thing. I noticed my gait was off. I kept getting injuries on my right side. And I've been working and healing a hip pain that I've had for almost 20 years now. And it starts with the feet because if like, and I was noticing how not only was I not touching with my toes, but I was also rounding my feet. So that's causing a whole system, systemic issue. And so I've been really conscious of putting my big toe down and ensuring that I touch and um, walking as barefoot as possible because that does help strengthen. Um, and then working with the fascia, like ensuring because that is another intelligent system in the body that hold, and that's where a lot of our memories hold
Yes,
held.
exactly.
So working through that, and it can be very, 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 very painful.
Mm,
But once you start getting it,
yes.
it does release and it does start feeling good, and it will
Yeah.
start moving.
Yes. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I quite often will garden in bare feet, and so you're not only just like walking on flat surface because we've got
Hmm.
quite a we're on a hill, and so we've got, I will be on uneven ground, and so using my feet and ankles more
Hmm.
to, maneuver around and um yeah, just like strengthening different muscles in that
Hmm.
way as well. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then not only that, you're gardening, so you're being
Yeah,
in touch with earth and the soil and getting the benefits that way too.
yeah, totally, totally. Yeah, another thing that came through as well was like I felt like the breath into my, like I did a breathwork journey last night. It
Hmm.
was like deep, different breathing to you brought through. And so the breathing today felt that like diaphragm expand, but then also like, yeah, I don't know. It was like there was way more space
Hmm.
between my diaphragm and my hip space. Like that's always felt like it's re been really like compressed
Constricted. Yep.
and restricted. And it was like when I breathed in, it was like I felt like massive like expansion and like of space. Like the whole universe is in my belly. Like, like it
Yep.
felt big and like not in a bad way either way.
Right. Right.
It felt like I was pushing it out, but it wasn't just
But
like
that's
that.
your power center. Like that is the
Yeah.
power center, right?
Yeah. It
So,
wasn't just the pushing out that way.
yeah.
It was like I felt like I was elongating my spine more. And this is something that
Hmm.
came through from my QHHT session, which is also a series on my YouTube channel that I'm going through that with my friend who did the breathwork journey last night, Tara Goddard. And part of what came through in the QHHT session was like realigning our spine and like working on our spine and our spinal
Hmm.
cord to yeah to feel like yeah like what you're saying everything is like
Hmm.
connected and we like
Hmm.
standing we are not hunched over not on our
Yep.
phone not walking weird
Yeah.
you know I went to a chiropractor years ago and he said about my shoulders being so high and I what did I say to him I said it's not, it's tension, and I was a makeup artist, but it's also like constantly holding your tummy in as a woman. Like that's
Hmm.
part of being able to hold your tummy in as a woman
Yep.
is having your shoulders up higher because it
Yep.
creates more length
Yep.
in that. And so it's like, oh, like how do I and then my tilting your pelvis, like there's
Hmm.
so much misalignment that we get into as humans based on like
Yep.
conditioning with our skeletal framework.
Yep. And that's fascinating because, yeah, like as a woman, we have a standard that, is looked out upon, that not to have a big plushy belly, have
Yeah.
it sucked in, and um holding yourself up, right? So, and then we wonder why so many of us have hip pain. Like there's such a repression and restriction that
Yeah.
the body is holding on to from eons of
Yeah.
time. So, yeah, it makes total sense. And this is why I do believe we are here and we're seeing a lot more of this out, because we're finding out how important the body is for structure
Mm.
and how much it holds and
Mm.
how much we can let go of so that we can move forward in a way that we want to.
Yeah, so much so, definitely. And just the synchronicities. So I was
Yeah.
journaling the other night, listening to my QHHT session and writing down about the spinal alignments. And then
Hmm.
I went to a massage session, which I didn't really know what it was going to be. It was not a regular massage session. He did like this energy for life thing, and then he was, yeah, working on my fascia and stuff. And but so much more of it was about like aligning my spine and my
Hmm.
vertebrae and like pulling and I was like was literally just writing this in my journal before I came here and
Well, and
then that
that's our
happening.
Kundalini energy too, right? So
Yeah.
when we have it aligned, then the chakras are all aligned and the energy, the
Mm,
chi can flow. And when you think of what the spine is, that's the
mm.
courier system for our entire nervous system.
Yes.
So it's sending literal energy and messages throughout the body to control what it does. So if the spine is compressed, if it's out of alignment,
Mm,
messages are going to go awry. So
mm,
it is
mm,
like it to me, like I've been on a body journey for some time and what the body is capable of doing, what the body does, and how each system works. And it is fast, like it again, synchronicity, like
yeah.
how everything, and then like the hips hold the spine up. So if the hips are out of line, oftentimes spine's out of alignment,
Mm,
and the pain that we get from it, right? Like, how many people suffer from back pain? And oftentimes it's tension holding on to areas that it shouldn't be, or there's um, shoulder tension that holds up the neck, and we have like a lot of jaw tension, and then again the belly tension. So if you are holding yourself and constricting yourself, you're not going to have that deep, full breath. You're not going to be able to feel into these spaces and help them move the
Mm.
way that they're supposed to, because the spine actually is quite fluid.
Mm.
It actually should be fluid, and it moves almost like, if you think of a bamboo, how
Mm.
they sway, like that's actually how the spine should go. So it is quite fluid, and there is a beautiful movement to it.
Mm.
And like when I was like doing the meditation, like I noticed when I was coming out of it that I had been rocking the entire time. So just, that gentle movement, right? Like it's what the body wanted to do. It just wanted to flow.
Mm.
And the entire body does that. So,
Yes. Yeah, it's like trusting the intelligence of the body, and
mhm.
we override that with the
Yeah.
thought processes,
Right.
what we think. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. That's like noticing when you need to rest or nap, like
Mhm.
have it like just following the intuition of taking a nap.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
eating,
Mm.
or even going to the bathroom. Like how many times do we'll be doing something and we'll be like caught up in it and like, oh, I haven't peed in like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 8 hours.
Hours.
And that's not good for the kidneys. So, you
No.
want to be
Mm.
following and listening. And it's so interesting how we shut off the body signals, and what follows next is the intuition, right? Like we disconnect ourselves from our intuition.
Mm.
And I think a lot of us then try and come back to the intuition, developing and remembering our intuition, which then now leads us down the body again. So it's an interesting cycle how it
Yeah,
works.
that is an interesting cycle. I think you want to connect into your intuition, not realizing
Hmm.
that your body is the yeah, the medium for the
Yeah.
intuition to flow through, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, like you say, it's like a full circle
Hmm.
moment.
Yeah. That's what it
Which
feels like
helps
for me anyways.
you, yeah. However you get to that point of realizing that you
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
integrate your nervous system
Yeah.
and look after your body. Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I feel that yeah, another part in the meditation, like, we quite often forget about, shoulder blades and back and
Hmm.
everything, and just the deeper breaths, feeling that more expansion and like
Hmm.
move movement as such in my shoulder blades at the back, like allowing the lungs to expand more. Like I
Yeah.
feel like that's a part that the body can like freeze up in as well, is like not having that range of motion in there. And I think part of the
Hmm.
massage the other day was like really like loosening those. So the fact that I'm feeling that expansion could be like a result of
Dual. Yeah. Well, and it's
yeah.
layered too, right? Like, because
Mm.
all of these things play on each other. Like, we do need massage, we do need fascial movement, we do need water. Like,
Mm.
we do need energy work. We, sometimes need cognitive therapy as well, right? Like, but they all play on another and they all build on one another so
Mm.
that we can become this whole person.
Mm.
And oftentimes, just like how we bathe or brush our teeth daily, like energy tune-ups require tune-ups.
Yeah.
Like, like we got to do a refresher every so often. So
Mm.
just like you need a massage maybe once a month or every couple of months.
Mm.
Um, so I think it is important that we pay attention and see,
Mm.
what it's needed, because sometimes your lymph system might need some work. So getting a massage focusing on the lymphatic system,
Mm.
or like a real good deep fascial tissue massage, or stretching, like a stretching massage would do wonders as well, because that can help release out, and then you do the energy work to help kind of flush it out further. So
Mm.
I think everything that you're doing, like I said, is absolutely divine timing and probably all synchronistic, because that's what you've been calling in and what you've been needing from your body, and you're listening
Yeah.
now. So,
I think that's it as well, isn't it? Is like listening
Hmm.
to it and following, yeah, following the inklings and understanding what your body's trying to tell you. And if we feel like disembodied, then we're not, yeah,
Yeah.
understanding the cues or why,
Hmm.
which so many people walk around so like disembodied that it's yeah, that then that's when it gets to the point where your body has to scream at you and
Yeah.
you get to
Yeah.
the point of
Exactly.
like being in like chronic, areas of chronic fatigue or chronic this or
Yep.
chronic that or,
Yeah.
because yeah, there's that compounding effect of just ignoring the body and which
Yeah.
is like, yeah, the way we're programmed as well, isn't it? Just keep
Exactly.
going.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So you do work in the dreams as well. So how do
I
you
do.
feel that the unconscious mind speaks to us and our body can
Mm.
speak to us through our dreams? I know I've brought this up and we've only got a few minutes before we would usually
That's
finish,
okay.
but
That's
like,
okay.
how does that all?
Well, it also is a very important aspect because, yeah, our unconscious mind is the primary mind that picks up everything, and then the conscious mind filters out what it wants to receive. But the unconscious mind is picking up everything. Like
Mm,
anything that's going on around is been picked up by the unconscious mind. So at night, the brain needs to process and discard a lot of that stuff
mm,
so that the conscious mind can keep the important things like the memories and the emotions that it wants to. But so we will dream, and despite you not possibly remembering your dream, everybody does dream. We physically have to dream, and 95% of um, the dreams are actually occurring all through REM sleep. And you can remember, like, there are tricks and trades that you can do to help remember your dreams,
mm,
and but if you are remembering your dreams and you see things coming up, one thing I'd suggest is first looking at what it's speaking to you, because your subconscious mind has picked up everything and it's trying to relay in a language
mm,
solely only that you will understand, whether you can kind of interpret it or not, but you'll learn to interpret it if you do start really focusing, because that subconscious mind is speaking something to you. So that's why I kind of sometimes struggle with interpretation, like dream interpretations. To me, they can be subjective. I think as a beginner, looking at what a dream interpreter might provide, and seeing if it resonates. But if it doesn't, I think this is where you kind of try and build your own catalog of what certain things can mean, because your
yeah.
body is speaking to you.
Mm,
And like, we know many inventions, many multi-million dollar making inventions come from dreams.
mm,
Um, People can be aware of illnesses from dreams. People can be aware, like, people can communicate with loved ones in their dreams. Like, anything can happen in a dream. And then if somebody is having like severe nightmares or night terrors, the body is responding as well. So obviously there was some sort of severe deep trauma that the body is trying to process,
mm,
and the conscious mind won't allow it. So the unconscious mind is doing that. So then people are constantly in this terror loop.
mm,
They can't even escape from their dreams. So it's worth it to really pay attention to what your dream is telling you, especially if it's a persistent, ongoing dream, like a repetitive dream. That is something really to pay attention to, because there's something that you are not listening to.
mm, mm. Yeah, I love that. Definitely. Yeah, I feel that to be able to cultivate the dream space so that we can get our intuitive messages through that is just, yeah,
Hmm.
been a big part of, shifting. I didn't ever have night terrors, but I used to have nightmares. And every now and again I'll have a really freaky dream and but I won't wake up scared. I'll wake up being
Yeah,
like, well, that was
that
like
was creepy.
interesting,
Yeah,
like what is my unconscious trying to process or tell me?
yeah.
Mm,
The recent, like, I'm one actually who doesn't remember most of my dreams. So when I do,
Yeah.
even through all the work, I still struggle to remember, but I do have them and I do remember them occasionally.
Mm,
And I had one probably a month or two ago, and it was not scary, but it was just weird and very disturbing. Like it left me with a very, very weird, uneasy feeling.
mm,
So I really sat with that to try and figure out what it was. I still struggle with that
mm.
one. Um, but yeah, it was definitely not for the faint of heart. Yeah,
Yeah,
just weird.
definitely.
Like just
Yeah,
weird.
yeah. Exactly. And you're like, what are you trying to tell me?
Yeah.
Tell me in a
What do I
different
need
way.
to know?
Yeah.
And
Totally.
sometimes the dreams can be benign, right? Like they
Mm,
can be a benign dream because, like I said, the mind is filtering out what it doesn't need and what it feels it doesn't need to hold on to.
mm,
So, it could just be mundane because you heard a certain song during the day and or saw somebody and
mm,
it just triggered something like that. So that's
mm.
where, you just kind of think, okay, but again, it is your subconscious speaking because maybe it is wanting you to pay attention to something because it's showing you it twice,
Yes.
right? Only you will know.
And I like that creating your own category, right?
Yeah.
Because I think,
Yep.
yeah, like dream, interpretation, like dictionaries and stuff that are like,
Mhm.
this means this. It's like so different for everyone. So I think if you're really wanting to work in that arena for yourself, is like to create your own symbology and like
Yeah.
teach your unconscious mind how to speak to you as
Well,
well.
because
Mm,
like for example, dog. Dog often in dictionaries are loyal.
mm,
But if you were somebody that was attacked by a dog, you would not see a dog in your dream as loyal. So
mm,
this is where having that language with your own subconscious is important and getting that your own symbology. Again, it's a great starting point to see if it resonates.
mm.
But I often, again, going back, like you have the answers within. You
Yeah.
do. We don't need the external information because the answers are always within.
Yeah. It's like the first instinct, go with it.
Yeah,
Totally.
exactly.
Yeah. And I heard somewhere that even if you can't remember the aspects of the dream, whatever the feeling is that you're left
Mhm.
with is what you want to focus on. So if
Yes.
you wake up
Yep.
feeling like just like elated and expansive, or if you wake up feeling like displaced and unsure
Yeah.
about things, then like we don't need to know all the details. It's just like,
Exactly.
what was I processing through that my
Yep.
dream is helping me with?
Yeah, exactly. Like because it could be a feeling or a sensation that needs an emotion that needs to be processed.
Mm,
So yeah, absolutely. Because there are lots of things that the body is working through,
mm.
and that's why rest also is so important because it
Yeah.
allows you that downtime to let go and recharge.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
the body.
I just had the idea it would be cool to have like a dream club and like try and not be in each other's dreams, but have the same dream or something. Like have the intention
Yeah,
to be like, let's collective dream, or I don't know, it
let's
just
meet
pop.
up in our dreams.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
popped in.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's a one like lucid dreaming. My husband can lucid dream very well, and
Oh,
I can't.
yeah.
He's got the ability to know he's in a dream and like he
Yeah.
can control it to an extent, and I
Yes.
just can't. So, yeah,
I've only
some
had it
talents
once.
are
I've only had it once, and it was really potent. It was like deciding whether or not to take a path. Like it was at a crossroads, like you're
mm,
going to go this way or
yep.
that way. But a friend once shared in a group recently that if you're in your dream and you're trying to use your phone and you can't use your phone, you usually can't use your phone in your dream. So if you're
Right.
trying to, you can't. Like it will shut down or it will open weird things. And I've had that many times in a dream where I'm like trying to message someone and like the screen won't stay open or a million things will just open and I can't get to the thing that I want to do. And so I'm like, okay, that's my cue to be like, oh, I'm dreaming. Come on.
Oh, like an inception thing?
Yes,
That's cool.
exactly.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
totally.
That's awesome. So you have an anchor. Like
Yes,
that's your anchor.
there
I
you
I do have a question for you. When you dream, do you see yourself as you do in the 3D world, or do you kind of see yourself elevated from a third person
it changes.
viewpoint?
Most of the time, it's like
Does it?
most of the time
Through
I'm just
your
like
eyes? Yeah.
looking through my eyes, but
Yeah.
sometimes it will be third person, but not very often. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Is
Yeah.
it common for a lot of people to be one or
I
the
don't
other?
I'm that's one thing I'm exploring because again like and because there's people that dream that can't visual like they don't actually have visual. There
Yeah,
are a
or
percentage of
feeling.
people that cannot make up a visual. So that always and they don't have an inner dialogue either. So that fascinated me. So it got me thinking like how do people perceive
Yeah.
themselves in the dream if they're capable of doing that. So yeah, that's
Mm.
a question. I'm always
Yeah.
curious to know.
I read something recently that said that like 90% of people dream in black and white. And I was like, oh,
Oh, really?
I dream in color.
In
I don't know
color,
where they
yeah.
got that
It's
from.
always muted for me, like it's always like a dusk,
Yeah.
but it is in color. So
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting too, the
Yeah.
time of day that you dream in.
Yeah, that's interesting. Always dusk.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
Cool. All right. Well,
yeah.
thank you for being here
You're
today with
welcome.
me
Thanks for
and
having me.
just anchoring some beautiful energy through for
I'm
the
glad you
global
felt
light
it.
grid activation. So, yeah.
Yeah,
So if you want to check out Elle's work. I will drop in the show notes the information and website, and you have a Substack as well.
yeah, I do. I just
Yeah,
started that. It's
yeah,
a work in progress.
yeah. All good. So just like sign up for if you feel the energy connected there. To vibe with what Elle's offering more, then follow those links and see how you can connect. And also, yeah, drop in the comments anything that came through for you as well.
Please
We
do.
can check on those and see what came through. So,
Yeah,
yeah, amazing.
thank you.